Welcome back everybody to SK Lifestyle. That's right, I have another Monument Grill here, and this is the Mesa series. So I'm going to put this little bad boy through its paces. It's warming up right now, it's getting broken in, and I am going to go prepare some really great food. So what's on the menu? A little surf and turf. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Everybody loves surf and turf one way or another. So I'm going to show you my little version right here. While I'm getting that prepped, we'll make sure this is all set, nice 500 degrees. Go slap those steaks on. Yeah, that's right, steaks part of that turf, and you will see how it comes out. So if you appreciate this video, if you like the recipe, if you like the grill and getting to see what it can do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below, leave some comments as well. I'll always get back to you, and you never know, if you hit that hashtag Monument Grill, if Monument Grills will get back to you too. And if you can see my breath, it's a little cold out here, but that's all right. We got the grill heated up, we're ready to go. SK Lifestyle, let's get started. Okay, so for me, the most important part of a surf and turf is the turf. That's right, we got some good New York strips resting in the refrigerator right now, and that's where we want them to stay. We're gonna take them out real quick to put our ingredients on, then we're gonna throw them back in the refrigerator, let them sit there until we're ready to throw them on the grill. So let's grab them right now. So you can see these bad boys ready to go. I'm gonna start with a little bit of adobo. Yeah, that's right. Some good all-purpose seasoning. I really like it on everything, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. We'll do this on both sides, but I'll just show you on one for now. We're gonna take out our olive oil as well. Now what I like to do is just a little bit right on top there, on both sides. Some of the most important things are some of the most simple. For me, it's black pepper. I like mine cracked. You can just use regular shaky, pepper already ground up and so forth. Main ingredient that we're gonna have to add on is salt. Now again, I like to just have it freshly ground right there. One of the main things I like to put on there is a little rosemary. Some people don't really prefer rosemary, and you just wanna be not too generous with this either. You don't wanna be picking out little pieces of rosemary on every little bite that you have. Now, two of the main seasonings that I really like is gonna be this right here. Now this I get from the Big E, but you can check them out. This is called the Salt Box. Oh, Canada classic seasoning. So I love this stuff. This is really good for any steak, that's for sure. And then this, Kinder's, you can find this in any grocery store, Costco, we love Costco. So you can find it here, wood-fired garlic, that's the one. This really just takes it up a notch. If the only thing you put on this steak, I would at least suggest this. But that's how we're looking. And just for the purposes of this, we're gonna say we're all done and go ahead and throw it back in the refrigerator. Again, I'm gonna wait about 2 hours. Gonna go ahead and start to get ready some of the surf portion of this meal. And then when we're all set, I can go out to the grill and get things really cooking. So, our fruits and veggies that'll be joining our surf and some turf. And with a little TV magic, there we go. All right, so you've seen the fruits and veggies. I got my surf right here. A bunch of shrimp, yes, and they're already cleaned. I think you may want to make sure you do the same. And also to spice it up, not only am I going to have a little bit of spice on the shrimp, but I got some sausage, hot and mild. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit on each one because that's just how I want it. But all right, so before I get putting the shrimp on the kebabs, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here, a little bit of olive oil. Back to our popular adobo. This I'm going to do a little bit more than I did on a steak. That should be good. Some pepper. So I am a pepper fan, and I kind of want this to have a little bit of kick to it. So a little bit of this basil seasoning. Now you can use whatever you want, oregano or something. I kind of like this. It has a good mix to it, a good blend. There you go, Jane's Crazy Mixed Up Seasonings if you're looking for it. Nothing crazy, but a little bit in there. And then back to the salt box. This is another one that I really like. It's called Some Like It Really Hot Chili Grind. Just is what it is. It's a chili grind. It's some hot. And then for the major one here, we're going to do some Kingsford Cajun style all-purpose seasoning. And that just really hits pretty well for stuff like this. I'm going to take a little fork. And we're just gonna mix that all up. All right, so now I just need to cut up the sausage into some slices and we're gonna make our kebabs. All right, so I'm just gonna build these kebabs right now. So I'm gonna take the steaks out of the fridge. They've been resting. And those can just start to rust right over here. And I'm not going to do all 4 of these on camera, but I'll just show you one. And you can kind of do it however you want to do it. Now, these are smaller shrimp. So for me, I'm going to do 2 back to back. Oh, don't use the onion that you drop on the floor. That's a pro tip from SK here. All right, and there's the kebabs all ready to go. And there's our steaks too. Nice and rested, ready for the fire. Let's do it, people. Let's do it. All right, we got the grill to just over 500 degrees. And as it's opening up, especially here while it's about 10 degrees outside, it's going to cool off quick. So as soon as I slap these on, they're going to be right at 500. That's what you want. You want a nice high temp to cook these. You want a nice sear on it and be able to understand that you're cooking it the way you're expecting it to cook. So these have been resting, like I said, in the fridge, ready to go on. And oh, I can't wait to hear that first sizzle on a brand new grill. Listen to it with me right here. Oh, that smell already is just hitting me. That aroma. These herbs and spices are great. Hold on, there's one more. Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. And the perfect thing to do is grab the time. You want to make sure you understand the time. For me, it's usually about 8 to 10 minutes to cook a nice good grill. You can use a thermometer here, which I like to do, especially when there's other people that are eating. If they have a particular need, we like it medium rare, so that's what I want. And my tip is usually to pull it off a few degrees early. You want a steak to rest, right? So I'm gonna pull it off, put it on a plate, obviously bring it inside because it's way too cool to be out here on a plate for any more than 10 seconds. But you want the steak to rest for about 5 minutes. As it's doing that, it's gonna keep cooking a little bit. So if you pull it off when it's at the upper end of medium rare, by the time you go to cut into it and everything, it's gonna look more medium, maybe even a little well done. So we're at 500 now, so I'll kick these back down. I got my 2 middle ones turned all the way up, and we're bang on at 500 degrees. So I'm gonna wait just a little bit to throw on the kebabs because I don't want them to be well overdone while these are still cooking. I can always let those kebabs cook a little bit longer. Like I said, the steaks need to rest for a little bit, but I just want to make sure that I'm watching those pretty well. So we're gonna drop those on in about 3-4 minutes. And once I put those kebabs on, I'm also gonna flip these steaks. Go under here. Got my tongs resting on the side here. Lovely little accessory that you got on the side of the Mesa series. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip those, and I'm actually gonna turn it around too. Oh, I got a nice char right there. I'm one for char. I love a nice sear. Tell you, it's freezing out here, but in front of this Mesa grill, it feels great. So I'm gonna go bring these steaks in. We'll wait for the kebabs to finish up. And while we wait for those kebabs to just finish up, I just wanted to show you around real quick the Mesa. Of course, you got a spot on either side for some of your tongs, your spatulas and stuff. Very nice, simple design. Little platform down there. What I like is there is actually space. If you need to put some pans or something, or a couple of little things, you actually have space down here. Like, here's my hand. It's big. So you can actually, not for long-term storage, although maybe, because it, you know, you can't get the cover for it. And if you did that, then you could leave some things down there, but a little bit of space. And obviously you can see these are big trays, and you got a spot on either side. What I like is there is some spacing here, kind of lets the heat not transfer as much. And also if you did have something, it can drip off and not maybe pool up as much. And of course you got your see-through here, which is lovely. You know what I mean? You don't always have to keep opening it up to see how well it's doing. The only thing I'll say is just keep that clean. Every, you know, time or two, clean that up so it doesn't get built up. And you got a nice, beautiful Monument grilled temperature gauge right here. And other than that, I mean, these are just very simple, easy to use. Unscrew this, you got a battery right in there. I mean, you got everything you really need. Nice big wheels. Even in this snow here was no problem to kind of pull it out of the door, park it right up here. I mean, the thing is great. And then of course you got your little your little grease trap down there and everything, and that's working perfectly. Nothing is getting anywhere else. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below about this bad boy as well. And let me turn those kebabs. I think we're just about ready to eat. Let's go ahead and shut this bad boy off. Let's go inside, see what we got. Now that's what I would call two lovely looking steaks. I mean, does it get more better looking than that? And these kebabs, they came out perfect. Those shrimp look excellent. The sausage too. Loving the colors. I mean, what do you think about this surf and turf? Is it your version? Is it something you would try? Is it something that you would just could never stomach? I mean, leave it in the comment section down below. I'm interested to see what kind of surf and turf you do, if at all, and what kind of ingredients and stuff you guys and girls out there like to use. And in case if you were wondering if your man SK can cook a steak, well, I mean, just look at how perfect that is. And for some better confirmation, I'm gonna give it a nice Wow, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So the Mesa Series Grill from Monument held up. It did what I needed it to do. Even in this brutal cold Connecticut weather, turned out an absolutely amazing steak. And kebabs too. So me and my wife are going to enjoy this surf and turf right now. Again, hit that like and subscribe button. Help me bring more videos like this to all of you out there. And with that said, it's time to eat. Bon appetit.